Okay, so the last 2 weeks we worked on static stretching and stretching different joints that would cause limitations in your golf swing. This week we're going to look more at dynamic stretching, which is stretching through movement. This is going to be bigger stretches, bigger movements for multiple body parts and big joints. So this is a great thing to do before you play or practice, but I don't recommend doing it with a cold body when you just get out of bed or something like that. You want to make sure you got a little bit of a warm up and blood's flowing in your body. But this is going to be good stuff that'll take us back next month into the strength. So this stretch right here is a great stretch for your hips. It's going to get all different mobilities of the hip. So what you're going to do is you can put your hand against the wall. You can see a lot of people do this one against the wall, but right here I have a stick, and then I have my leg elevated so my hips can remain level. So you don't want to do this with your hip up high. And all you're going to do is you want to swing your foot in and out. So as your foot goes across your body, it's going to go in, and as it goes here, it's going to go out. So you open your hip, close your hip. Open your hip, close your hip. This is great. You can do it on both sides. I always like to replace the leg that it's in the air with what I'm holding on to. Same thing. You're just going to open up that hip and it's going to get warmed up. And then once you've done that one, you can step to the side and go forward and backwards. And this is going to open up the hip flexor, the front part, and the glute in the back. You might feel this in your lower back as well. But that's just a great stretch. I recommend doing about 15 to 20 each way, each leg. That's going to get those hips nice and warmed up with a dynamic. This one is, I have two great dynamic stretches for the hamstring. Some a little bit of lower back too. But what you want to do is you want to set two targets. So I have one here and I have one here. So there's a beginning and an end. And I like to do this through walking. Again, like I stressed before, don't do this on a cold muscle. Make sure you're warmed up a little bit. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands, you're going to go straight down, keeping this leg straight. This one's going to come up, and you're going to try and touch the ground this way, and then shake it out, walk forward, bend down that way. I'm going to shake it out, step forward, bend down this way. Same thing, you're going to go all the way to your other target, just like that. And you might turn around and do it one or two more times. The other one that's really good, but I recommend doing the one I just did first. The other one that's really good is a leg kick. So you're going to go opposite hand to your toe, to your opposite toe. So you're going to go left to right, right to left. And that's going to give you a big stretch in the back of your legs. Try that one before you play, but just make sure you're warmed up before. This stretch right here is great for your thoracic mobility before you play. Also, it's going to help your shoulders. So there's two steps to it. So the first one is just holding your club out in front of you and rotating it. So you want to do it, start standing up and then get down into your posture. Maybe even down until like a wedge posture. The lower you go, the more you're going to feel it a little bit and the more you're going to get out of your lower body too. And then the next thing you want to do is put the club behind your back, because here you're going to lock in your thoracic spine, put your hands on your stomach and try and do the same motion. So you're really going to feel that thoracic spine or that upper back moving. That's a great one to do right before you play. Here's a great dynamic warm-up for your shoulders. I'm taking this from Tom House, a great pitching coach. What we're going to do is you're going to take your opposite hand or your dominant hand and push it away from your body. Take your other hand, you're going to pull as hard as you can. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to rotate. Try and keep your hips pretty stable. And you're just going to rotate side to side. Keep pulling as hard as you can. Rotate about 8 times each way. And then we're going to stop. We're going to roll your hands forward. Keep pulling as hard as you can. About 5 times. Now we're going to go backwards 5 times. Pulling as hard as you can. Okay, next thing you're going to do is you're going to swim. This way. About 5 times swim. Swim backwards. 5 times. I'm pulling as hard as I can. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push. Push as hard as I can. I'm going to rotate. About 5 to 10 times. Next thing after that, you're going to roll it forward. 5 to 10 times, backwards. 5 to 10 times, and then you're going to swim. Forward and backwards. That's a great warm-up for your shoulder girdle. So this is our third installment of our off-season program. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We started with the flexibility. Next month in January, we're going to go into some stability and balance things, and then when we get to February, we're going to look at power as well. So as I just did the exercises, the dynamic warm-up, Like I said, those are great to do before you play, but those are also great to do at home during your workout. So if you do have shoulder issues, try that mobility one. If you have hamstring issues, try those stretches. But include these in your flexibility warm-ups after you do the stretches that we've shown you in the past.